Pure efficiency. That was pretty nice. One goes, the other comes. Isn't that incredible? My little friends. Greetings and well met. Hello, I didn't see you today. How you doing? How you doing? Hello, Quindley. Hello, Archon. Hello, Bugelips. How's it going? Today, on my own stream, we started working on this dwarfy boy. Still a long way to go. I was practicing new things on this guy, but I'm liking where this is heading. But today, for the Reaper stream, we're gonna be working on these sexy little soldier of light. We're gonna be working on the non-metallic of this paladin knight guy, and we're gonna just keep working on the armor. So I think we can get going, I would say. How you guys doing? Am I in camera? Not really. Okay. Long day at work, couldn't make it. Missed you too, man. I missed you too. I missed you too. I missed all of you packers so much. So much. I'm so glad to be back. It was beautiful. I had a great time in Monte San Savino. For those of you who don't know, I was in Monte San Savino, probably the biggest painting event ever in the history of mini painting. This time was done online. They asked me to join them and host the event on Twitch, so I did that. And now I'm here, back home, painting puppets with you beautiful people. So happy to be here. Hello, Toad. How you doing? Hello, the comic. It was really fun. It was really fun. It was really fun. Yeah, we did a lot on the dwarfy boy. Did a lot. I could have finished him today if I had, because like there's things I don't like. For example, as I pushed the whiteness of the armor, I lost saturation, so I'm gonna have to regain it through glazing. I do like the face. The face turned out alright. Turned out alright for how small it is, but again, I have to clean up a lot. Needs a lot of cleanup if I want to really level up. But when it comes to level up, I think this model can also be a great source of leveling up. Because right, honestly, it's not about the model, it's about the technique. So I'm gonna shake a paint. Hello, Asgard. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but it's the shaky BBD. You can see the palette having a good time. Enjoy your peeing, Quindley. Enjoy it. So we got this BBD here. Gonna be using some heavy bodies today. Why not? Try things out every once in a while. Hello, Archon. Okay. Thank you, Bug. Okay, should be better now. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Good evening. Okay, so let's start by sketching some really powerful lights on our little boy here. Ooh. Gonna mix the paint really thoroughly on the palette. I have a very light yellow. There we go. Okay, so this will be our strongest light. Lol, that's good. So how are you guys doing? How was the weekend? How was the time? I'm sorry I missed the previous Reaper stream, but I was traveling, so I wasn't really able to be live, and I'm sorry. But hopefully today we're gonna be able to do a lot of progress on this dude as we work the non-metallics. As always, any question you might have is appreciated, really. I don't mind questions. So yeah, we're just pushing the light here. Contrast is everything in mini painting, especially in non-metallic metal. So it is important that I get all the contrast I can from this armor. Okay. Looking pretty good already. We're gonna have to rearrange the mid-tones just a tiny little bit. What I mean by that is that... Hello Camel, how you doing? The metallic is a bit tricky because as you build it up, you lose some of the colors underneath it. So unless you are absolutely sure of what you're doing, which is almost impossible to be, it's always a good idea to look back at what you painted and figure out if there is something you lost on the way. Because sometimes you paint a bit too much light and you just lose that little bit of gradient that you needed to make it work. Right now it's still working really nicely, so I'm not too worried. But I might be glazing some slightly more colored grays on top. Hello Joe, how you doing? I should know better. It's okay, I enjoy being ordered around. So during this event I went to, I had a chance to meet with some of the best painters in the world. And they have given me a lot of feedback on my minis, as well as a lot of inspiration. So I'm gonna be looking into making that a reality in a way and improve my painting a little bit. That was the purpose of this guy today. I was trying some paints out as well as trying to improve a little bit. You know, gain focus, gain BBD. There are things I love about the work we have done today. There are others I don't, but they can always change. So what's important here again is that we sharpen the light, improving contrast. Thank you, Canada. For example, here on the legs, I'm not hating the lights I have, in a sense that I don't really need that much more light, but I need more of a gradient happening between on the plates of the armor to give the feeling of metal, because I have less light than I have at the top of the mini for composition reason, in a sense that it's always a good idea to manage your allies in such a way that they are stronger towards the top, and by stronger I mean bigger and lighter at the top of the model than they are at the bottom. That way you direct the view of the observer of the paint job a lot more. So that's pretty nice. But at the same time, it is also a good idea to make so that the bottom of the model doesn't look unpainted. So that's the difficult part about this style of... It's one of the difficult things about the style of painting that I have. you are constantly remanaging the paint job. Because as you add light in one area, you're probably gonna have to light it somewhere else too, otherwise they look too different from each other. For example, the other day when I painted this helmet, I didn't even think about the side of the helmet here. But now I feel like I need to have a light here to explain the shadow next to it. And also frame the model so that when you look at it from the proper angle, the reflection of the helmet here gives a shape to the head. This is actually a very, 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 very important thing at a very high level painting. And that's the framing of a volume, the silhouetting. Whenever possible, especially when working on a non-metallic, is always a great idea to silhouette your paint job. By that I mean, if you look at the model from the angle from which it should be observed, in a competition or in pictures, you know, the golden angle, that's how they call it. It's a good idea to frame that golden angle by applying a small light on the area that should be in shadow. That way you just really give the sense of volume. It's a very complex topic, extremely complex, but hopefully it can give you some ideas. If anything that I say makes no sense to you, feel free to ask me, okay? I'm not worried or bothered in any way by questions. Even if you think they're stupid, do it anyway. Consider it as doing me a favor, really. Because I am a teacher by trade. What I want to become, more than a good... I'm like Ash Ketchum. I don't want to win all of the medals and become the best trainer ever. I mean, I do want to become the best trainer ever. I don't want to be the best Pokemon fighter ever, you know what I mean? So for me, it's important to get as many questions as I can so I can answer them and learn how to teach. So you're not bothering me in the slightest. Right now I'm just drawing the highlights here on this side of the weapon, or the armor, because I didn't really do it last time. We did focus on the front. Okay. Indeed, colors have a memory. That's a great concept. Okay. The first layer will never cover fully, so, you know, I gotta do it again. You just want more P.E.K.K.A.s, and we will be sent to Prof. Chen's farm because you won't be able to carry us. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You, like, that's not how it works. You guys are, you are my friend, Irenus. How could I leave you to Professor Chen? What are you talking about? Ash is a twat. You want to torture creatures captured in the wild by holding them in endless hour of darkness in a cramped space and only let them out to the beat up on occasion. Basically, you want dogfighters to be like, that's kinda cruel, yo. No, that's not what I meant. Typical Luca just wants to sub. Wow, you guys are a bunch of freaking trolls. Jesus Christ. I forgot how it was to stream, you know, on my own channels and not on the Sansovino one. You guys are evil. Evil creatures. I'm just a nice, innocent guy. And you treat me like this. What a bunch of... See, here I'm just drawing. I'm not too worried about, you know, applying the paint. It's difficult to show in camera, because you would have to be standing next to me. But, like, I'm straight up drawing. Like, the paint has been thinned to a point where you can see it moves around in such a way that it's like having a pen in my hand. And I'm just drawing with it. As if I was basically painting canvas. This way of painting is super fun, but it's easy to get carried away. But I highly suggest anybody looking to build up highlights to try to use this consistency to their advantage. Not all paints can do it, and by that I mean not all colors. Ochres, yellows, and stuff like that have a much harder time being able to be moved around so easily. They will tend to chalk up a little bit and be difficult to manage. But if you add a bit of white, you can do it, and then you can glaze over the original color to get the desired result. When Pokemon Go was starting, I had kids coming into my backyard trying to catch some. I yelled at them to get going and stop stealing all my Pokemons. Hello, Miller. I never played Pokemon Go, to be honest. Like, I never really understood exactly what was the point. Also, how is a game fun if it makes me dress and go outside? You know what I mean? There is no fun in going outside. Way overrated, yes. Nah, I can't believe you. I think you're lying, Miller. You know... Oh god, I can't remember the name in English. That cartoon show of the pink dog. What was the name? I'm like him though, I never leave the house. You know that show was actually stupidly dark? Was stupidly dark. Because the reason why he couldn't... there was nothing outside of the house of the dog was because they never took him outside. So it felt like the world was barren. Courage, yes, courage. And in the last episode, he finds himself puppeteering his owners while they are sitting, trying to make them look like they're having a normal life. And that's because they died. That cartoon is dark. Hello, Bill. Hello, Mirk. What's up, dude? So right now we're just working up our lights and blending them. This is way far from the final result of these back view of the armor, but so far we're good. Okay. Ooh, more models you get. Can you tell me the name? Okay. Okay, so far, so good. Ah, okay, I know which one you're talking about. And this is something I do all the time. My modus operandi of doing non-metallic often is like I'm showing now, in a sense that I build up my main light and I blend it, and then in the space that I have available after blending and everything, I try to build as many secondary lights as I can. This is a very small mini, so I can only afford one secondary light. I could have more than one, but it wouldn't be quite as fleshed out. So I prefer to do one secondary light in this case. But yeah, the point here is just creating a noise in the light so that it looks interesting. Okay, now it's not looking like much right now, but just wait a second and it will. I want to use a cold color just because I am that kind of person. I actually have the model here, you know? I stole it. I was able to steal it. It's gonna be a great reference over time. To be honest, though, like maybe it's my Italian arrogance speaking, but it doesn't look like that far away from the red I usually paint. To be honest. I don't know, maybe you guys can notice differences that I can't, but it doesn't feel like I'm too far off from that level of quality. The Spartan next to it. Well, the Spartan uses pinks and stuff, but I can try to pick it up. Ah. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. It's Are females from alpaca called alpaca? They're all alpacas. We're all alpacas. But yeah, the method is interesting. That's for sure. In a way, I feel like I picked up a lot from them. And in the next weeks, I am pretty sure I'm gonna be applying. Like, for example, I did apply a bunch of what I learned yesterday while I was working on my Patreon mini. And I think this one is also going to be turning out, like, nice, I hope. But it looks pretty good. Like, the blue is very intense. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, when you watched the mini in a pure black, I was like, what the hell are you doing? Okay. Yeah. It goes to show, though, that so many different routes could be taken to achieve the same result. And all that it's needed really is that you master whatever route you choose. There is not a one way to do things. That's very interesting to me. Because, like, for all I know, I haven't even found out my way to paint yet, in a sense that maybe I still have to discover. You know, like, it is so interesting. Like, it makes me... Watching those people paint made me really, really, really itching for coming back home and trying things out and practicing new things and really thinking about what I was doing. And I feel like I am seeing some results already. Yeah. Also, watching Michael sculpt really made me want to try it. Like, the 3D sculptors were also amazing, don't get me wrong. But I know I am an idiot, so there's no way I would be able to learn a software and all that. But dude, like, watching Michael sculpt was really fun. Six AM, holy cow. Yeah, because when we started the stream, it was 4 AM for you, right? Did you set an alarm to be awakened at that time? That's cool. Yeah, Mirk. You are a trooper, Quindley. I was so happy to see you immediately after we went live. You were ready for it, dude. Okay. We're still very far from actual light, but you can see that it's looking metallic now. I definitely feel like I have improved by going to the event. Just watching the minis from these people allowed me to get a much better grasp in general of things. Hello, Jagged, how you doing? Okay. Yeah, it's a shame that we're gonna have to wait another year for something like that. If it's gonna be possible to do it again, because I don't know, honestly. Okay, there we go. Just looking for full coverage as we blend. I don't want my lights to be uneven in coverage, so I'm killing two birds with one stone and I'm reinforcing the light as I blend it in. But as I said, we're still a bit of a far away from the real light. I mean, I could stop here and it would be fine, but we can push the light, so let's do it. Okay. See, now it's starting to look really bright. Although due to the colors that we used, it looks like a shadow still. There we go. Hello, Kelana, how you doing? What I love about painting non-metallic is that you can change things on the fly so nicely and so quickly. So most details are like once you understood how you want the light to be, you just have to execute. Non-metallic can always change. Thank you, Gwendolyn. So if I want to have a stronger light, I can just kind of layer it in. Okay. I do it quickly and well. Besides the ungodly amount of hours I spent studying and practicing, because I've been doing this for a while now, but it's also because I have understood volumes really well. So because of that, at a glance, I know where the light goes. Hello, Robbie. How you doing? And this is my biggest strength. I know where the light goes and I know how strong it should be. The only problem with my way of understanding things is that I have a realistic knowledge, not an impressionistic one. Which means that after I have worked the colors and the lights in a way that is realistic, I need to work into the impressionistic aspect of it all. Because realism is low contrast. So I have to force myself to exaggerate the contrast more than I would think it would be realistic, because otherwise the scale I'm working on wouldn't allow for a great result. Because the minis we paint are too small to make a realistic paint job. Because realism requires space, and we don't have enough to make a realistic paint job. So all we can do is realistically illustrate, but never quite real. We're always on the edge of making things realistic, but not quite. And the important thing, actually, is to understand how to make them not realistic and more illustrational. Because if you try too hard to go for a realistic look, it looks uncanny, especially on faces. Like, a face of a miniature painted realistically falls into the uncanny valley. And it looks weird and not nice to look at. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of non-metallic. Non-metallic is the single thing I painted the most, I would say. Now we're gonna get the real glint of light. This one is gonna look cool. Thank you, Alt. Good day. See, when I'm watching you do this on here, I'm thinking, yeah, I could do this. But then when I go do it, my hands are stupid. Your hands are stupid because you're insecure. Because if I loaded your brush correctly with the right paint, with the right intensity, and the right amount, and I told you where to place the highlights in the right place, you would do it. Yes, you would be able to do it exactly as I do. So, the truth is that it's not about applying the paint on the model. That anybody could do. Is understanding how and when. That's what leads to insecurity, because when you try to... Oh, wait. Forest. His hands are... Oh, you little kinky pack, huh? No, what I'm saying is that you need experience. You need to try things out, accepting failure as a result. The more you look for success, the farther away you will be from it. For anybody of you philosophically inclined, looking to truly understand what I mean with this, look for Alan Watts Fooling the Devil on YouTube. That whole speech really explains what I mean. Yeah, it's just shapes that reflect. No, that's actually true. No. I've never really seen a non-metallic as a complex thing to execute, because they are just volumes reflecting light. Yeah. Laziness is fine. Impatience, not as much. Like, if you're lazy and smart, you are able to figure out ways to skip steps without losing quality. Because you work smarter, not harder. If you are impatient, though, you're not giving yourself enough time to figure out those things, and it's difficult to make progress. Thank you, 8. Thank you. How are you? Why don't you paint it for Ibacon? Like, don't you have any painter friend that goes to ReaperCon? So you can sit down with them and watch them paint, or paint with them, you know, stuff like that. Because having somebody to paint with is a godsend. Yeah, he has a painting girlfriend though, which is really good at painting puppets. So, you know, between one I thought I was on my stream for a second and I was about to say something between one you know, Netflix and chill and another, you could paint with that. It happens, though. Don't let that stop you. Neanderthal. Okay, time to hide my despicable appearance. And then get back to the front view of the puppet. Oop. Man, it's already been an hour. Holy frog. This stream has been flying so far for me. You know, I do kind of wonder how you guys look like. I always had this, like... Do you guys wonder how other viewers look like? Because you do know how I look like, so... You're not really wondering. But like, do you ever wonder how the other people you chat with and stuff look like? Because I do all the time. Oh, shit. You're a very cute macaque. Okay. I do know your cat. Your cat is beautiful. I don't think bugs have lips. Bugs have like that pinchy, disgusting thing with lots of teeth and horrible thing. Let's paint the shield. Yeah, fuck it. Let's paint the shield. There's a few things I have to work on the armor still, but I kind of want to paint the shield. You know, it's such a big black blob in the middle of the composition. It bothers me. Let's paint that. I look like Aquaman without the muscles and the good looks. Really just a dumb guy with a beard. Lol. Well, you know, you're lucky, Clavicus. I look like Squidward. How should we paint the shield? What colors would you like to see on the shield? I don't know. Do we paint it in... Do you want the inner part of the shield to be a non-metallic as well? Do you want it to be a flat color? What would you like? Maybe red as a flat color would be nice, considering that we have red on the tunic. Okay. I'm gonna be freehanding Jesus. Don't worry. Just give me time. I will be doing that on the banner. Yeah, red has to go with the cloth. Yeah. Well, yellow will be the golden symbol in the middle. I don't know. It doesn't look like a wooden shield, let's be honest. It looks like a shield. I want to do the Shovel Knight. Yeah, it's like it's the shield of friendship. He's not striking you right now. He's just looking for a hug. He's just a misunderstood guy. Well done, Asgard. This model? I? Yeah, sure. Base coating is very important. Don't be lazy. Make sure you get full coverage. Actually, I should be doing this. Can you hear it? No, nice. Nice. I can keep the air dryer on my lap now. Because if I want to follow in the footsteps of the legends, I'm gonna have to arm myself with a tool capable of carrying me to those heights. This thing sounds great. Man, the air dryer is actually a really good tool to use. What the heck? Why have I never used it? Okay. By the way, write me to remind me about this because I will forget. I mean that you want this mini. Because I'm old, you know. I did actually, Kai. I actually was breathing through my nose. You know, I don't think I am Bug Lips. I also wish to not be eternal. Living forever would suck, dude. In fact, I never understood those things about the Fountain of Eternal Youth and the Holy Grail and all that stuff. Who would really want to live forever? Because I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I would be better, but at the same time, imagine how boring everything becomes. I am not a vampire. What would... I am not a vampire. No, I'm not a vampire. It would be nice to see miniatures of vampires more in the Nosferatu style rather than the classical Bela Lugosi style. Yes, 8. Well, maybe my base coat is not always my darkest color, but it's a dark color. I will sometimes make it even darker if I feel like it, but I start from dark colors, yes. Oh, that would be nice, hi. That would be really nice. You know, I'd be happy with a Vampire the Masquerade board game. Man, this hairdryer thing is fucking revolutionary, dude. Holy cow. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because the Hero Quest game was only gonna be available in the US, right? Ah, okay. I don't really think I need to highlight this a lot more. I have a very intense red here. No, that's good. Well, I'm using a hair dryer because I never needed it, because I would work with thicker paint, which meant I didn't need a hair dryer. But now that I'm working with thinner paint applied in big blobs, I do need to dry quickly. Otherwise, I'm gonna sit here all day. And yeah, that's it. No, I'm not gonna lose the red. I'm just gonna reinforce it a tiny little bit. No, they take less time to dry when you apply them in very thin layers. And by thin, I don't mean thin water, but I mean little paint on the brush. But I've noticed that the people I watched painting this weekend, they applied the paint in big amounts. It was thin, but the paint was applied in big amounts. That's when the hairdryer comes into play. And that's why I'm using it now, because I'm doing the same thing. Just trying things out, you know? So now that we have lost the red, we can regain it really easily doing this. Boom! I'm Danilo Cartacci. There you go. There you go. I am Danilo Cartacci. Hello, everyone. I am... He's in me. I can feel him in my body. Oh, yes. Yes! Anyway. Now we can shade a bit more. We can just punch the contrast. Oh, you know, I didn't think about it, Asgard. Yeah, it's gonna happen for sure. Yes, I stole it. Straight up stole it. Alright, let's do some golden on Bibidi Babidi. Thank you, Robbie. A talent eater would be a monster, yes. I mean, like the guys from Space Jam, right? Aren't the bad guys from Space Jam kind of like that? Too late, Kelana. I'm using 4 ease. Okay, we got somewhat of a base coat down. I don't really care too much about it. No, I paid it 60. on Amazon. Yeah, I don't remember, but I might have gotten it for Black Friday, actually. Maybe I am wearing ballet shoes. You did ballet? Really? Holy wow. So when working on a gold, I'm doing something that is gonna be interesting for most of you guys. When working on gold, the coverage of the colors involved in painting a gold is always kind of weak, due to the ochre pigments being very weak in coverage. So one thing you can do is add white to those colors, and then glaze the original intended color on top. That way you're gonna get a much cleaner and faster result than you would by insisting to get coverage with the color you want. Sometimes it's necessary to understand what pigment you're working with, and ochre is one of the most obnoxious to work with because it never covers. Like, we have these almost coppery color, but if I go to my original ochre color and I glaze it on, I can revive the color, and this allows me to work on my gold. Hello, friendly. See, all we need to do now is just... I can add some red to this just to make it feel warmer. Why not? Just a little bit of red. Okay, there we go. So some colors prevent you from working up, and they force you to work down, like ochre, for example. You are way better off working down the color than working it up, because again, as I said, it's not gonna cover. So you're better off adding white, get the coverage you need, and then glaze down the color, working more on the shadows. Yeah, this guy really wants to go smite evil or something. And now that we have cheated our ochre in position, we can actually work on highlighting it and everything else. Although I need a stronger yellow. It's a long paint day. I mean, it's every Wednesday is like this for me. My normal stream and then the Reaper stream. I don't mind it. I enjoy the Reaper streams. They're very chill for me, you know? I get to try things out, you know, just relax. Not really have to worry too much about things. They're good. I enjoy them. Okay, now we should be able to get like some really powerful light out of the gate. I need more lights actually. There we go. Okay, it's getting it's getting there. We just needed to continue work on the edges where possible. And then give it a bit more light and we're good. Okay, we can add more white. Oop. Okay. We're gonna have to do a bit of glazing in a moment. Because of course we have too much yellow now. So we have to go back to the ochre and re-establish it, but it's gonna interact nicely with these lighter colors that we have placed. Okay. Yeah, to shape the tip, Jay. Okay. Okay. I need to increase the light here. I don't feel like I have enough contrast. Although I can't really see very well. It's very dark outside and it is in a way influencing my painting too, but okay. Okay, I think we're good. No, I won't forget them, don't worry. Okay, I think we're good for now. We can call. I mean, I like this shield. It's fucking pretty sexy. I like it. It's a sexy shield. So yeah, we got our boy close to being finished. We're gonna finish it next week. But until then, I wish you all a fantastic rest of day and evening. If you want to, you can follow me on my own Twitch stream. On the top right here, you will find all of the relevant links. I have my own Twitch stream where I paint almost every day. Again, this is the mini I was painting today on my own stream. And this is another mini that I've been painting. To give you an idea. Also, I have a Patreon where I teach mini painting with many techniques, color theory videos, paint guides, lots of stuff. So check that out too. Next month, these will be the release, and it's a very intense blue. I hope people will like this blue. But yes, I'll see you all next week or Friday. Long story, Archon. I'll explain another day. Have a great day, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.